Hello, hello, hello.
Oh gosh.
So I'm. Oh wait. Oh no. Okay. This is the salty pizza today because getting fries was a little complicated for someone here.
Stop. Okay, so I just want to say the weather where I am right now is super, super bad. Raz and I just went
Yeah.
back to
Okay.
college. Stop. Um, Raz and I just went back to college. I'm in the middle of a snowstorm right now. It's like heavy, heavy snow. Me and my friend tried to walk through it. Did not work.
Did you get pizza though?
I do have pizza. I stole my
Oh.
friend's pizza.
All
Do you
right.
hear it?
And
Wait, can you hear it? Like ASMR.
and where's your pizza from?
Um, I don't remember the name of the place except for the fact that it sounded like salami.
Salami. Yeah. Well, mine was from Luigi's.
It's from
Wow. No, that's Waluigi.
Sergi's. Sergi's.
Sergey's.
Yeah, Sergei's,
Can
not
you call it
salami.
Sergey's?
No, it's called Sergi's.
It's called Sergey's, not Sergey. It sounds like you're trying to say Sergey, but like you're pronouncing it Sergey.
Sergi.
Sergi. Oh, I guess, yeah.
Sergi's. You have to
All
have it.
right.
So we're gonna take a bite together.
Yes. Well, I'm Razzle Dazzle,
And I'm melon milk.
and this was the salty fry.
I started eating.
Okay, I took a bite before we started actually, but like,
Oh, you pig.
I know I was so hungry. What pizza do you got?
um, I don't actually know what type of pizza this is. I can ask. All I do know is that it had, okay, instead of having like tomato sauce, which I hate, tomatoes like make me cry. It has chunks of tomato in it, and it was
Oh,
disgusting.
okay.
I picked them all out.
I hope you know I bought that because you complained about it. So, and it had pesto on it. It was like a pesto cheese, like chunky tomato one because it pissed you off.
Wait, what?
I bought pizza that had like chunky tomato and
You
pesto
did
and stuff.
not.
I did. And actually, like, it tastes pretty good.
You're disgusting, honestly. I don't know if we should continue this friendship. I'm kind of done. I'm kind of over it.
Why did you
Okay,
te-
thanks
Why did you
for
text me
tuning into
margarita
the Salty Pizza.
pizza?
What?
Why did you text me margarita pizza?
Oh, that's the kind of pizza that I got.
Why didn't you just say it? Why'd you have to text it to me?
I was scared I would say it wrong.
The margarita? Like, all right. So,
I hope my chewing isn't too loud. I don't want them to think I'm gross.
don't worry. I'm shoving it down.
Me too.
So the topic this week is going to be how we met, and well, we were about what, like 8 years old or something, and it was Halloween,
Oh
and
gosh.
we
Wait, I just
kind
want
of
to
knew
say,
each other.
I think it's really cool that our friend anniversary, quote unquote, is October 31st, 2008.
Wow.
You couldn't have sounded any more uninterested.
Well, yeah. So we were in like the third grade, and we knew each other. Like we were both friends with this one girl at the time, and yeah, but like we were both like best friends with her, or maybe one more than the other. That's up for debate. Uh, yeah, and we kind of hung out on Halloween, and I initially hated Mel. Like
Thanks.
I didn't really hate Mel. I was just like, well, she's a problem. I'm friends with this girl, because that's the way I was as a kid. I was just a jerk. I'm like, yeah, like you're a friend stealer, and like I'm cooler. I'm really maybe not that far, but like yeah, it was like a subtle feeling.
So, yeah, so this third party, I think you already said this, was our best friend at the time. Um, and first of all, Raz and the girl, they both went to the same school, and I went to a different school, but like it was still in the same district, so we would be going to the same middle school. But, so we went to two different schools, and I already felt threatened by Raz because I was like, oh no, I'm becoming like me and this girl. We met through baton throwing, but I was like, oh no, like she's been best friends with this, with Raz or whatever, for longer than I have. Like that's not, good.
That's not good.
I was like, well, because I'm always put second, so I was like, okay, if it's between the two of us, like, I'm not gonna win. Um, I didn't have,
Good.
shut up. I didn't have any like real. I didn't have necessarily bad feelings towards Raz. I just was like, oh my god, she's going to steal my friend away. But
You're
like,
like intimidated.
yeah, but like very, very, very quickly, I realized just how much I liked you.
Yeah, like I kind of got over it. Like I think we hung out maybe a couple times, and like,
Oh, tell them about middle school when I waved to you.
oh yeah, so we didn't go to the same elementary school, but we would eventually go to the same middle school. And Mel was sitting like behind me in a couple seats in the orchestra room or something. She waves hi to me, and I just forgot who she was momentarily, and I just kind of did the hi, like I know you, but I really don't.
It was great. I had no clue. I
And
thought
you
she
were
knew me
so
too.
nice about it. You're like, oh hi, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Like I said, I'm used to being the forgotten one.
No, but it's now that I'm thinking back on it, like I should have known who you were because like we hung out.
Yeah, wait, you invited me to your birthday party
I also invited you over
before
that
we
one
got into
summer.
sixth grade.
Remember there was that one summer that I thought I had a tumor?
That's literally, I'm not even kidding around. That's like every summer with you.
No, I only, what do you mean every summer? I didn't have a tumor that summer
No, what you talk about it a lot.
because that was the scariest like medical issue of my life.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that like you have. Okay, yeah. So moving on.
Yeah, like I was like 11 and we were going into middle school and I'm like, man, I'm really excited. You know when you have that gut feeling like, oh, I bet you something's gonna screw this up. Like I'm not just gonna easily go into this.
Yeah.
So then like I got like a flu shot one day and then the next day my arm, like in the armpit area was like completely swollen. Like I couldn't put it down. And I tried to hide it from my mom, but then she noticed because like I don't know, I thought I was gonna get yelled at or something. And
That's
like
sad.
you're like, look what you did. You gave yourself a tumor. Nice job. Like, no. But yeah. So my mom took me to the doctor because she got really concerned, and the doctor also got really concerned, and that
That
immediately sparked panic.
that happened to my brother too, where
Yeah, yeah.
he had
You told
that
me.
he. So my little brother, well, I only have one brother and he's younger than me. Um, he was like kind of getting sick, and then one day he woke up and he had this giant lump on the side of his neck. Um, I don't think it happened so subtly actually. I think it was like slowly. But of course, like my family, we had never experienced something like that before. So
Yeah.
my mom was like, "Okay, you and your sister have to like stay at the house." And then me, my dad, and my brother were gonna go to the hospital, and like the doctors were like calling it a mass and everything. Turns out, I mean, this is still kind of severe, well, pretty severe, I guess, depending on who you are and your background. But it was only what's it called?
Mono.
Yeah, he only had mono, and like, yeah, that was bad. But compared to what we thought it was, I
Oh
that's why we
yeah.
refer to it as like only mono. But like, it was definitely really, really scary to like see like it was really swollen, and I don't know if it's because that's how big it normally gets, or if it's because he was like smaller. But it looked like it was like almost touching his shoulder.
It was better than. I mean, they'd rather have mono than like thyroid cancer. So like,
Exactly. Like I was like I that's again that's why I say he only had mono. Like he compared to what he could have had, it was only mono.
like with my case, like I went to the doctor and I'm like, my mom's like, oh, maybe it's just like I don't know, like something weird. And then the doctor's like, oh no, this is really bad. And I'm like, she pulled my mom out of the room and said, I need you to get this checked out ASAP. Like you're going to like the radiologist tomorrow and you're getting that checked out because apparently that's also like a symptom of like some sort of breast cancer or something. And like she started throwing words like tumor and cancer around, and I just started crying because I
Oh
was
my
like
god, that's
terrified.
awful.
Well, it ended up being like something from the flu shot, and yeah. So great, happy story to start off the podcast.
We
Yeah,
started off with how we hated each other at first.
and then to like masses, like questionable masses on our bodies.
I actually have a similar story. So I don't think it was a flu shot. I got some sort of shot. Um, but because I got such a severe allergic reaction to it, I don't know if I ever told you this. In fifth grade, we got to go see Wicked. It was the
Yeah,
first time I
yeah.
saw Wicked. It was a gorgeous play. Just want to say that.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Okay, brag.
shut up. It was so good though. And but my mom actually got to come on the trip with me because I had such a severe allergic reaction to the shot that I had. My arm was so swollen, and I didn't realize how bad it was until my mom and like the doctor pointed it out, and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "That's not good." And like in fifth grade, I was like pretty skinny too, so it was like an obvious like something's wrong with you.
This
I was
happens.
I
This
was
is
so
normal.
insecure about it too. I was like, "Mom, I don't want you to come on the trip. Like it was gonna be so cool. I
They're
was gonna
gonna
be
make
there."
fun of me.
Yeah, I was like, now they're gonna see that my mom's coming. I'm glad that my mom came though.
So like, what like extracurriculars did you do in school? Well, you did baton. Like we both did baton at one point.
hmm
I didn't. I mean, I kind of just did it like I used to take dance classes, and I did that. Like I don't know, I guess to help it out.
I took baton because it was just kind of something to do.
Yeah, it was also something to do. Like I wanted to hang out with that one mutual friend we had, and
Same.
like I remember they did the routine with the Spice Girls, and
I
we were
wasn't
just
there for that one. That was the year that I left. Well, the year that I left before coming back.
oh, okay. Didn't we do the Devil Went Down to Georgia or something?
Yep.
That was
And
the one. Oh my gosh, that
I have
was.
to say, I think that was probably the most out there performance that that group personally has done. It was very different from you. Because I thought it was a rule, but it turns out it's not. They only did like early 1990s to like 2000, the latest music. And I thought it was a rule, like that was just the music selection you
Well,
got to
this was the
choose.
early 2000s. I mean, this was the late 2000s. So like,
No. But you know what I'm saying. But still, it was like very old music, and I was like, oh, never really was a big fan. But I thought I actually like just in general like that song. So,
I feel.
but I was like, I actually thought it was a pretty. I think that was probably one of our coolest performances. But the
I don't
costumes
remember
did
it.
not match.
Well, the costumes were probably the best ones that I've ever
No,
had
they
to.
were the best, but they were not good.
Yeah, no, the costume quality was so poor. Like that's what I loved about dance more than baton. Like the costumes were just like 2% better.
Yeah.
Just two
So
percent.
let me see what extracurriculars. Well, I used to do horseback riding, which I don't understand why, because I have a really bad fear of horses.
Yeah,
So
like Mel texts me at that dude ranch, and you're just like, oh, I'm on a horse. This is terrifying. It's like crapping everywhere.
I used to go to this ranch with our other our other friend, and I like I'm just so scared of horses. I would be like crying. They made me go on this trail with a horse, and you have to like horseback ride. And literally, the guy was like, "Why?" He was like yelling at me. He's like, "Why are you so scared?" I was like, "I'm sorry." And he was like, "You can't." I'll never forget this. Someone actually told me this. He looked me in the eyes and went, "You can't fall off a horse unless you want to fall off the horse."
And like you're tall too, so I feel like your other friend would be more scared because she's like shorter.
She
She has
is.
no fear though.
She does not have any fear.
No,
But
I know.
so I did horseback riding when I was really young. I did tennis, lacrosse, basketball,
Oh right, I forgot you did basketball.
baton twirling.
Did you
Um,
do swimming?
no, I wanted to so bad, but now
I
I have a
hate
fear of
swimming.
swimming, so I can't do it.
I hated swimming. Like my mom would make me take swim lessons, and I would cry, and I like hated it. It took me like two like I just remember taking a really long time for me to learn how to swim, and I still can't swim that great.
Weirdly enough, one of the things I'm not good at a lot of things. Actually, I'm not really good at anything, but I'm really good at complaining. But
Oh yeah, right.
shut up. I'm not really good at doing much. But weirdly enough, one of the things I'm like very good at and I don't talk about a lot is swimming. I have a lot of like I have high stamina while swimming, and it's something that came naturally to me. Like I taught myself how to swim and everything, and I don't know, but I don't enjoy swimming. So of course the one thing I'm good at, God forbid I like it. But I think I did something else.
Oh, we did running for like 4 days.
Don't tell me about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, now
Um,
you brought up bad memories.
secrets will be exposed.
No.
Um,
What's the worst injury you had as a kid?
the worst injury.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get hurt. Like that's just not like a thing that happens to me. But I guess like that time where I like got a scar on my hip or something. That was. I mean, like I didn't even like this was when I was like 10 and I was at summer camp and like we were like playing like this tag game or something and like I was running on like the rocky concrete, like not like the normal concrete, like the rocky concrete. And then like 2 seconds before that happened, I just had like one of those I'm going to fall now moments. Like, like kids do, they just fall. And I fell and like my shirt slid up and like scraped my side. And like it also scraped like my knee and my hands. But like
I hated that as a kid.
and like the thing is like I only saw my hands were bleeding at the time, so I'm like, all right, I have two small cuts. But then like I remember the teachers were like really concerned. And they're like, do you need to be carried to the nurse? And I'm like, no, they just cut my hands, stupid. And like as I was walking, like my whole shirt had like a giant blood stain on it.
Ew,
And
your
like,
mom must have been so mad at you.
oh my god, yeah, no. And as I was walking, there was just blood trickling down my leg on my shirt, and I'm like, oh god, this is actually worse than I thought. But like, I was more concerned about like my mom being mad at me than like actually like bleeding to death or something.
Dude, people are gonna think that your parents like abusive. You're like, I'm
I just,
scared of what my mother was gonna say.
but like as a kid, that was my mind. Like I don't know, I was just scared that she was gonna be like, well, why were you running like that? Like don't fall. And
Don't
like,
fall next to an idiot.
yeah, no. And the nurse didn't even like do anything. She's like, all right, like put a band-aid on, whatever. Like you're fine, whatever. And I'm like, well, she said I'm fine. Like, I also tried to hide the band-aids from my mom, and she's like, what the hell is that?
So obviously you know the two big stories of my worst injuries as a kid, but
I like these stories.
I'm going to give a different one first that I think you know of, but I don't talk about it a lot. Not
Is it
for
your
particular
finger?
reason. Yeah, both of my fingers.
Both of them. I only knew about one.
Oh no, not that, not that. We don't talk about that one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, this is like the sixth time that I'm like, we don't talk about that.
Even I don't know what that is.
um, so I was in this school district, not through, like, I didn't start off in this school district. I started off in a different school district for 2 years, so kindergarten and first grade, and I moved in second grade. And so my first day ever in this new, like, school, whatever, um, I remember we had one of those classrooms where the bathroom was inside the classroom, and right next, so it was like the bathroom door, and then right next to it, one of those hand cranking pencil sharpeners, and then the sink on the wall. Um, so I remember there was like a leak, and there was like a bunch of dirty water on the floor. So I ran to go tell my teacher, like after I washed my hands, I told my teacher, I was like, hey, there's like water on the floor, and he was like, oh, okay, whatever, and I was like,
Whatever.
okay. So I went to go dry my hands and I slipped in the water and I hit my hand on the pencil sharpener so bad.
Ooh.
I almost needed stitches on two of my fingers. I still have the scars. But it was like they were like all purple and blue and bleeding a lot. And the nurse like had to call my parents to come pick me up and they're like you should go to the doctor and see if she needs stitches because those are bad cuts. And I was like, "Ooh." I was like, "This school is great. Love it." Yeah. So
And then like
so
your legs.
next to
They call Mel peg leg.
no, don't.
No one calls Mel peg leg, okay. But
Okay, so we'll start off with the first one. Sixth grade. I was a young, hopeful sixth
dumb.
grader. Shut up. No, it wasn't my fault. The sixth grade. The eighth grade one maybe, but not the sixth
Learn
grade.
how learn how to fall.
I wasn't supposed to fall. Oh no. Oh no.
I'll bleep that out.
Okay, flip it out. Anyway,
Okay.
so I we were playing field hockey for a gym unit, And there was this girl, and she was like way bigger. Well, not really that much bigger than me. I was probably taller than her, but you could tell she was like more muscular, more like put together. And she wasn't that much shorter than me, but she was definitely shorter than me.
I
Well,
don't know
anyway,
who that is.
we're playing field hockey. Oh god, this is so embarrassing, like such an embarrassing memory. We were playing field hockey, and the girl accidentally tackled me. And I fell. And then for the next, I want to say 20 minutes, I cried for my mother. My leg hurt so bad, and they were making me like walk on it, and like to walk back to the thing, and I was like, oh god, and I was like, this is great, love it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was really skinny in 6th grade, but they were acting as if I was so heavy, and I was like now
You're
that I'm
just
thinking,
masterful, like you're tall.
no, I
There's a lot of limb.
this was the beginning of my like super skinny thing.
I know, but you're still tall though. It's like a
No,
long.
but it wasn't. Anyway, this is two grown men that were like half carrying me and then couldn't do it anymore. Anyway,
Just throw you down. I'm
basically,
tired.
fall. um, but yeah, so um, the nurse got, and I won't lie, like I can't really blame my mom for this or my family because I'm not gonna lie. Before this, I was like a hypochondriac. Like any little thing, any little cut that I got was like the biggest deal to me.
Only
Like,
before this?
what are you saying? Do you have something to talk about?
No.
Yeah, then stop.
Proceed.
Anyway, and I was no, but like seriously, before this, like I would like every little thing was like the biggest thing in the world, like a paper cut, like that's it, like stitches and everything, like I need them. But so I couldn't blame my mom because I'm the kind of person where I don't like my ankle didn't swell up, but my leg was broken, but that's that's coming in a little while. So I couldn't really blame my mom because she didn't like believe me. My family didn't believe me. So for about a week, I was like walking on this broken leg.
A
And
week?
yeah, a
I
week.
didn't know it was that. I thought it was like a day.
No, and then finally someone was like, "Oh my god!" Like someone told my mom, like cursed my mom out. They were like, "You're abusing your daughter.
Wait,
Take
who
her to
said
the doctor."
that?
Oh no, that was when I got the stomach flu and I was throwing up in front of the library. This was when this was my
So you
mom
had the
felt
stomach flu
bad.
and a broken leg at the
No,
same
that
time?
was before. That was a different story.
Oh, okay,
That was
okay.
when my mom was cursed out. This was a different time. My mom just felt bad for me, and she finally took me to the doctor. And the doctor was like, "Oh yeah, you got a break. Well, no, a fracture, and it
Was
was
it
on my
bad?
tibia, and it was a hairline fracture. It
Oh.
wasn't like fractured big, like it wasn't a big fracture. No, it wasn't like really bad, but it was very long. Like
You
it,
had a cast though, so it was like.
yeah, and that was yeah. But then the second time I broke my leg was in 8th grade, and I was I was riding my bike, and I fell in because I was trying to avoid a car, and I was trying to ride up onto my lawn, but instead I fell because there was like a little notch or whatever, and I fell in front of my yard, and once again the same thing happened for a whole week. My mom didn't believe me, and then finally she was like, you know what? Just take you to the doctor again. Which I didn't really understand the second time because I didn't complain about getting hurt. And like that week, each time, that week where I was walking around on a broken leg, I didn't complain about it. Like I was like, this hurts, but that's it.
Whatever, I'm fine.
Yeah, I was
It's
scared.
on the inside that hurts.
No, because I was scared that something was actually going to be wrong, so I didn't want to tell people because I didn't want to go to the doctor.
You were in your angst phase, so you're like the real pains in the heart.
But anyway, I told my mom and we went to the doctor. This break was actually a break. My bone was like in not in half. It was like a clean break, like the bone was broken and it had shifted, and had it shifted even like a millimeter more, I would have needed screws in my ankle.
It's also two different legs, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the 6th grade one was my left leg and the 8th grade one was my right leg.
So she has like two bad legs, and she just like walks with them straight all the time. It's really
That's
weird.
not. No, I didn't hurt my knees. I hurt my ankle. Well, one was my ankle. The first one was
Did
my
you
leg.
injure your knees as well?
No, that was when I had tendonitis.
One time I fell on my knee and I had to go to the hospital. Oh no, what? Wait, what happened?
So, do you feel good?
Do I feel good? Well, I mean,
Yeah,
they're fine now, but like
good.
when I was 3, it was a big ordeal. Oh, should I elaborate?
Probably.
Oh yeah, like I don't really remember much of it, but like my mom remembers, and she was like really annoyed too. Um, yeah, I know she was mad. This time my mom was mad. Um, I was like, I used to think band-aids were like stickers,
Oh my god.
um, and like, oh my god, I keep dropping my water. Yeah, so I climbed. My mom like took them away and put them on like the cabinet above the toilet. And I was like a climber as a kid, so I climbed on like the sink and stuff to get to them. And I fell off of the sink like onto my knee, like on the tile floor. And like, I mean, it doesn't sound that bad, but as a 3-year-old, it kind of felt bad. Like, I didn't really feel good. I mean, my parents were like freaking out, and they're like, "Oh, you're stupid," and like they didn't really do that, but like I think
I
they
was
were
like, they
kind of
said
annoyed.
that to a 3-year-old.
No, but I think my mom was like mad, but she was more concerned at the time. She's like, "Oh, great, do I have to like pay hospital bills for
Oh my
like a broken
god.
knee?" I'm like exaggerating, but
Still.
yeah. I mean, I guess it was fine. We got like J&Rs after that, so. But I did go to the hospital though, and they took an X-ray. Like, you're fine.
There was
I
one
got good
time.
bones.
So Raz and I figure skate, and there was one time. There's this move called a three turn. It's literally not hard. Oh, okay. You know what? That's a story for another time because we have 2 minutes.
Oh, actually, no, actually like 4 minutes, three
Then
minutes.
why did you just tell me we had 2 minutes?
I told you we had 2 minutes. Like, okay, I thought you meant like 2 minutes of talking. Well, to sum it up, she couldn't do the three turn. She
No, I
fell.
can do a three turn. I just couldn't do it on command, and I fell, and the entire my right thigh, the entire side of it was black from how bad the bruise was, and I could
Also,
not lay on it for a week.
we're not like we haven't been skating for a long time. Like it's been about 2 years, and we started when we were like 17. So
We got pretty
anyone,
far though. To
no,
be
but
fair,
anyone
like
that
I'm not
says
gonna
like the
knock
three
us
turn is
down.
like for babies, like okay, like we started late.
And that was towards the beginning when we didn't have good skates.
Oh my god, were my skates bad?
Those
They were
things
like $20.
bend. They're you're, they're not supposed to bend. They're supposed to have ankle support. They didn't have ankle support.
Well, we also should have done our homework and figured out what skates are good for like our
To be fair, we
level.
were excited and we just wanted to skate.
Yeah, I mean now my skates are good, but like I wouldn't be opposed to new skates.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
All
we
right.
have to
So
review the
the
pizza.
last 2.5 minutes, the pizza I think was pretty solid, but I'm also not a big pizza critic. Like I've only had one terrible slice of pizza, or maybe like four terrible slices of pizza in my life.
For me, I'm the kind of person where I don't like authentic pizza. I like
Pizza Hut.
no, not Pizza Hut. Domino's. Like I love
Oh, that's even
Domino's.
worse.
No, it's not. Stop.
Salty.
So how was your pizza? How would you rate it?
I would rate it 3 coconuts, or no, yeah, 3 coconuts out of 4.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, or like, okay, wait, how about 3 crutches out of 4? Because you
Okay,
got.
you know what? I'm gonna hang up and I'm never doing this again if you don't stop.
No, yeah, but like I got like the one with the. Oh yeah, I think I talked about this earlier, like the chunky tomato and like. I mean, it was chunky tomato.
I give it 2 crutches out of 5.
Oh wow,
It
that
wasn't.
sucks.
No. Actually, it didn't suck. It was pretty good. But I had to spend 5 minutes picking off the tomato. So that
Well, that's
deducted
your
a whole
problem.
crutch.
Half a crutch will be deducted.
So originally it would have been a 4 crutch. I mean, a 4 crutch out of 5. But then it was deducted to 3 crutch out of 5. And then because I gave it 3, I was like, I feel like that's too high a praise, and I didn't want to copy you, so I said 2. So in reality, it's a 3 crutch out of 5. But I'm gonna say that it's 2 crutch out of 5.
Anyone who has a broken leg, send Mel your crutches in the mail. No, don't
All
do that,
through my
please. Don't do that. Please, I don't want to see people crawling around with their casts.
mouth. Dude, no one will do it.
I
Okay.
feel like I'd be the only one to do that. Well, we have 30 seconds left.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to this week's. Remember to follow all of our social media accounts, which will be in the description.
Yep, that I'll actually start using more.
Yeah. So yeah, ask us. Let's have a question of the week. What's
What?
your favorite ice cream? No, if you could have
No, it's
anything,
related to the topic.
no,
dummy.
no, if you could have anything,
Oh, sorry.
if you could have anything turn into an ice cream flavor, what would it be? Okay, goodbye.
Bye, bye, bye.